We are visiting with Megan Doctor, a certified nursing midwife at Sanford Health. We're talking about bladder control issues. We were just talking about doing Kegel exercises because that can help. It can often be the first step in trying to improve your situation. But sometimes you need more than Kegel exercises. Can you talk? There are medications out there that can help?
There are. So if we're not talking stress incontinence, and we're talking urge incontinence, there are medications that can help with bladder spasms that can cause that urge incontinence. And so medications will help with that. Oftentimes there can be mixed incontinence. So because there can be different causes that actually cause incontinence, it often is not just straightforward. It's not just, one thing. So being overweight, having had pelvic surgeries, having had babies, certain medications, caffeine can actually.
We like to blame our babies, but the caffeine or.
No, I didn't know that, and I had seen that when I was reading up here, and so caffeine, why?
I'm going to be really honest with you. I didn't do my research and I don't really know why, but cutting that out can certainly help with that.
Okay.
So yeah.
And I know like we're not just talking caffeine and coffee, although I think that plays a role. I know I've heard Monster, those energy drinks are also not bladder friendly.
Yes.
As well. So, but these are all great reasons for why you should talk to your doctor about this. Right. You go in and you're having all of these other, just bring it up and say, hey, I'm also having these issues. And that's when you can kind of talk through with your doctor as to what might help improve the problem, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, things like when we talk about things that cause these symptoms and these issues, then of course, some of the causes can be reversed, whether that be through dietary changes, like getting rid of the caffeine, a healthy lifestyle to reduce weight, or certainly we can't go back and not have baby.
Right.
But or if you've had surgery that's caused damage, going again, sometimes that requires a referral to an OBGYN or to a urologist to sometimes fix some of that damage.
Okay, and sometimes, and not that the causes aren't important, but like you're saying, we can't do anything about those for the most part, other than, some of them we can,
sure.
But more or less not. And so really it's just, how do we remedy this? What can we do to take care of it? And so I think, if you can't, other than your Kegel exercises and, if you needed a medication, otherwise you need to talk to your doctor about it for sure.
Absolutely.
So I know you mentioned this before, but at what point then do we say, we need to go in, I need to take care of this? Somebody else needs to help me.
I think when it's interfering with lifestyles, if it's problematic for you, if you think that there's something else, like a more concerning condition that could be causing it, then it's time to probably bring it up. Those are the main things.
Okay. And it never hurts to talk about, or even just to start the conversation a little bit earlier, even if it isn't a total serious situation at that point.
And I feel like it affects a large age group as well. So, you said right away, as we get older, yes, right after we have babies, yes, but I feel like it's younger people as well. You might as well have the conversation. If you haven't had babies yet, but you're having some of these issues, that you can't just blame it on the babies.
Right, absolutely, because there are other causes, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's such an interesting, not interesting topic, but but it's just interesting to talk about with a healthcare provider and get more information than what we know, and we just live with it, and we just go about life.
I think the commercial before you sat down, we said, well, I bet you get a ton of questions about this, and you said, well, you see that people don't want to ask you. It's more friends asking you than sometimes in a
absolutely
medical facility.
Yep.
Well, start the conversation. You don't have to just suffer through it. There are some options. It's worth talking to your provider about.
Absolutely.
Well, it's so great to visit with you. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Well, coming up on today's show, we are getting the whole family up and moving with Dynasty Elite next.